timing. Of course, just as I start the video, someone's, I don't know, car horn goes off outside. That's just great timing. uh, my kind of luck. Hey everybody, so I'm sure you're wondering, what happened to Ny'alotha? Well, we're getting there. Now, at the time of this recording, they have now released Wing 2 for Ny'alotha and LFR, and I'll be getting to that. I will. But I've been working on preparation for that. I have been doing world quests, collecting Azerite, doing island expeditions to basically raise up my Heart of Azeroth level. I am now up to level 72. I also got some better pants, 445s. I don't have enough Titan Residium to upgrade these 3 critical pieces, because I could, get 445s if I have enough Titan Residium. I just haven't gotten the mission for my mission table to actually get me, like, hundreds of Titan Residium to trade in for Azerite armor, which would be nice, because then it would really help me out with upgrading my Azerite armor pieces. So I'm currently at 435. But in the midst of me working on stuff, I noticed a couple things. The speaker near the port had something else, unlocking the power. There's something special waiting for you back in the Chamber of Heart Champion. I won't spoil it, but you best get back there as quick as you can. So apparently I gotta talk to Magni. Has something for me. Also, Caligos has something for me, because since I got my heart up to I think level 70, now his quest is available. So just to recap, we've already gotten the power of the green dragonflight, the black dragonflight, and the red dragonflight to lend us their power. So now, obviously with Caligos there, we'll more than likely be getting the blue dragonflight's power. I don't recall if we've had the bronze dragonflight show up yet. And I'm starting to wonder, okay, who's going to show up? Is it Nosdormu? Is it Chromie? Are the bronze dragons going to even help? Are they going to show up at some point? I don't know. But let's see what this is.
Well met!
Oh, have we got something for you, champion? You're gonna love this.
The world must be healed.
And then nothing. I'm guessing he is simply referring to Caligos.
We will rise to any challenge.
You have done much to empower the Heart of Azeroth, and I am proud that the Dragonflights have lent their strength to your cause. It is now time for the Blue Dragonflight to do the same. When I first learned of the essences, I knew that some remnant of my Dragonflight's power must be out there, coalescing where we were once strong. That is exactly what I have found. The Kirin Tor have isolated its signature at the Nexus. Oh gosh, the Nexus. Do I have to go through that dungeon again? But only the wielder of the Heart of Azeroth can claim it. Meet Caligos at the Nexus and claim the charge scale of the Blue Dragonflight, and I'll be getting the charge scale of the blue aspect, which is infuse your Heart of Azeroth with the Crucible of Flame. So it's going to make this ability that... Oh wait, no. Is it that? Rank 4. So I think so. Yeah, Concentrated Flame gains an enhanced appearance. So it's going to be upgrading this ability to rank 4. Okay.
Good luck, champion.
Okay, so I guess we're heading to Northrend. Which I'm fine with. I'm never opposed to heading back to Northrend. Quickest way is we take this, then we take the portal to Orgrimmar, and then we take the portal to the Dalaran and Northrend. This is also a good time to be working on that stuff I told you about, because this is Emissary Week, where we get 50% extra reputation bonus from doing any of our reputation stuff. So this is that time where it's like, hey, if you're working on rep to unlock allied races, this is that week to do it. In fact, I think I can show you, because I did the Volundai I also did the Champions of Azeroth, not necessarily for the rep. I don't care about getting exalted with them, but for the Azerite, because you can see I got 3,600 artifact power. I was doing world quests to, nope, too late. Oh, all right. Here's the one for Crystal Song Forest. Oh, Bulva, we'll be seeing you soon. Not too soon. If they really are going to release Shadowlands this year, I would not expect it to come out any earlier than either November or December. But my realistic expectation is that they are going to be perhaps putting it off. They say it'll come out like this year or something like that, but I just have a hunch they're going to be putting it off till like early 2021. Like if they actually like planning on releasing it sometime near, this year's BlizzCon or something like that, I'd be kind of surprised, or even before that. Now, it's not like they haven't done this before. They did this with Legacy of the Void. Legacy of the Void basically came out like a week or 2 weeks before, or no, not before, after BlizzCon. We had BlizzCon, and then a week or two later, we had Legacy of the Void come out. And they even had a trailer and thing there hyping up Legacy of the Void coming out. So it's not unprecedented. But let's just say, because this is a very important and critical expansion, in my opinion, for this, and this is also the same team that has worked on Wrath, Pandaria, and Legion, they usually do a very good job. Though I will say, and this is something I have talked about in years, in recent years, in recent times, because this reminds me of what it was like with Mass Effect Andromeda. So let me clarify. When I noticed that as we drew closer to the release date of Mass Effect Andromeda, I was noticing a lot of people were getting all hyped and excited. Yeah, new Mass Effect game, yeah. I was one of those who was not getting like super hyped. Do you know why? Because I had been paying attention to what was going on at BioWare with the development team. The thing is, a lot of personnel had changed at BioWare during that time. And here's the thing. I care more about the people who worked on it, not the company's name. They can still have the same name as BioWare, but if it's not the same people, how can you expect the exact same type of game? And that was kind of my thinking when it came to Andromeda. I was not expecting it to be the same kind of quality that we got from, say, Mass Effect 2. People were kind of hoping we were going to return to form there. I didn't think that was going to happen because how can you expect that from a different group of people now working on the game? So I wasn't hyped. So I had lower expectations for it than other people. I feel like people had really high expectations and thus had their view of the game extremely negative towards it. I had lower expectations, and I feel like I don't dislike Andromeda as much as other people do, because, I mean, it's just kind of, I think Total Biscuit put it in his review, or his WTF is of Mass Effect Andromeda appropriately. I think he said something along the lines of, like, this is about as average gets, or, like, if there was ever a game that personified such as a 7 out of 10 or something like that, like an average score, this is the game that would be it, And it was just kind of like, There were things about Andromeda I actually liked more so than Dragon Age Inquisition, like the vehicle we got, which was supposed to be like a revival of the Mako, but obviously much better, and it made doing some of that stuff much easier and tolerable. But anyways, my point being, why I brought that up is because when Legion was done, a lot of the people who worked on it basically retired. Like, they basically were like, they hung their hat on Legion being their last, official work for Blizzard, and then they left the company. And they had been there for a long time, like, for many years. And they wanted Legion to basically be their final achievement in their career. So, a number of people that worked on Legion left. They're done. So, I'm not necessarily expecting, because this technically is not exactly the same team because some people are not there anymore. It's technically the same team. Of the two teams, there's two different teams that work on WoW. There's the team that worked on Wrath, Pandaria, Legion, and now Shadowlands, and then there's the team that worked on BC, Cataclysm, and Warlords, and BFA. They've had this split team thing, and it's obviously been for both good and for bad, and the whole thing of good and bad, that's, probably more so of a preference thing, as I'm one of those who doesn't necessarily dislike any expansion. Yeah, believe it or not, I don't dislike Cataclysm. I don't dislike Warlords. I don't dislike BFA. There are things about each of those expansions that I do like. So it's hard for me to actively dislike an expansion or hate it when there are things about it I do like. That's just how I am. I like to be able to look at the things that were positive about it, things that I liked, and be like, I can't hate it when there were these things about it that I really liked. This is not necessarily the time for me to go into the specifics about that. That would take too long. But my point is that even though this is technically the same team, I know that some personnel have changed for this team that's working on Shadowlands, that worked on Legion. So while I'm not entirely expecting the same high quality that I got from Legion, I am hopeful that this team will still be able to put out that's around, like, in the area of that same type of quality. That's my hopes. We have to expect something a little different and not exactly the same, because it's not the exact same team that worked on Legion, because some personnel have left and changed. However, I'm still hopeful that their trend, Wrath, Pandaria, Legion, that's an incredible amount of work. Say what you will about, I know some people make fun of Pandaria, but Pandaria was an extremely high quality expansion, just like Wrath of the Lich King and just like Legion, in my opinion. So it's hard for me not to get hopeful that Shadowlands will also be a high quality expansion because of that. Oh gosh, we have to go back into the Nexus dungeon. I'm glad I don't have to come back here anymore. Because, as part of my farming list. In fact, I recently had to cross off another raid off my farming list. So, if you don't know what I mean, I don't have to go up there and do that raid anymore. You know why? Because I got both mounts. And I'll even show it off just to prove it to you. There's the Azure Drake. I had that drop. And here's the Blue Drake. I actually didn't get this to drop. I actually got this off the black market. I somehow ended up winning the bid for this on the black market, and it wasn't that much. It was like only 20,000 gold, which is really not that much, considering I've heard people have hundreds of thousands, if not millions, of gold. I mean, for goodness sakes, people have been trying to get 5 million gold to get that Brutosaurus mount with the auction house, which I am never planning on getting, by the way. But another one I got, this past weekend, I got the Clutch of Jikun to drop from Throne of Thunder, and the Spawn of Horadon. So I no longer have to farm mounts at the Throne of Thunder anymore. Okay, so wait, am I actually going into the instance? I think so. Oh wait, no. It says at the top of the Nexus. Okay. I was not paying that close of attention. Okay, so I have to go to the very top to find actually, hold on. Speaking of which, while I'm here, so there's the Blue Drake. I personally like the Azure Drake a little more. I just kind of like the color scheme and how it looks a little bit more. I like the little symbols on the side here, as opposed to the blue one, which is just kind of, it's just blue. I will say, I would like if they, when it comes to updating models, try to make the faces of the Drakes not so thin and ugly looking. Like from this angle, they look very thin and skinny. It just kind of looks not very good. Yeah, see, like from this angle, it's like, ugh. Right. While we're here, when in Rome, right? Plus, I like the armor on the back there. Just looks really cool. I've always liked it when mounts are a little armored. It's just kind of something I really like when it comes to the aesthetic of these mounts. Alright, where are you, Calgos? There he is. Oh, no voice acting. We have isolated the essence just there. The energies of the Nexus have been building in it for who knows how long. Go ahead, claim it. I look forward to seeing it. Okay. Claim the charge scale. Remarkable.
Greetings.
Be like, hey, can you give me a lift back? We entrust you with this power, champion, because we believe that you will be the one to save Azeroth.
Remember your duty to Azeroth.
Alright, give me a lift back, please.
Fly true.
Thank you. Okay, so that wasn't really a quest like the other ones were. That was just, hey, go here, claim it, and that's it. Oh, now Magni has another quest for me. Hold on. Alright, so I had to do the Caligos thing first. Now the thing from Magni pops up. Hold on. Let's go ahead and add this. It's legendary! Power is beautiful. Huh. A ball of concentrated flame. Huh. Okay. Alright, Magni, what's up?
Cries out in pain.
Really? I'm getting a toy for this? Huh. The work that you've done to empower the heart of Azeroth cannot be understated. With this power, we might just stand a chance of saving the world. It's been a long fight for certain, and there is still more to do. But for now, we've got a little gift for you. Let me know when you're ready, champion.
For Azeroth!
I'm ready to receive the gift of the dragonflights.
When Azeroth called me to be her speaker, she sensed a time of great darkness drawing near. Through the rise of unspeakable evil, we've clung to a single hope. You, champion, you are Azeroth's hope. Thanks to all you've done, that amulet has become mightier than we ever thought possible. Now,
Oh, Alexstrasza is here.
back to saving this world.
And there's Chromie. Okay, so I guess Chromie helped us at some point. I just completely forgot. Note that all of a sudden now both Chromie and Alexstrasza and what was her name? Ysera's daughter. I forget her name. They're now not here. Neither is Caligos. They were just like, all right, we're here, and now we're gone.
I need to get closer.
These stones have tales to tell.
Amazing, isn't it? To see the dragonflights united in support to Azeroth. Some of them may be battered and bruised, but they're still fighting. Bear their gifts well. Champion of Azeroth.
Remember your duty to Azeroth.
Heart of a champion. Ha! Oh, if I just stood there, I would have just been like looking at it like, yes. Got another 1,000 rep with the champions of Azeroth. Though from what I think there's really no huge benefit to actually getting them exalted, but hey, whatever. If I hit exalted, I think I'll get the achievement for 25 exalted reputations. So, all right. I think that is it for now. Gotta go salvage those, I guess. Alright, well that'll be nice, especially in preparation, so... haven't done any more of the assault stuff yet. I've been working on the other things, so that's why my cloak is still at only rank 5. So, anyways, but as I was saying, yeah, the Halls of Devotion are now available in LFR, and this time it's 4 bosses, which will be Zanesh, Vexiona, the Hive Mind, and Rodden. See, there's the incentive to queue up as a healer, but oh my gosh, I just don't have fun as a Resto Shaman. It's just kind of like mentally tiresome compared to either a Resto Druid or a Mistweaver these days. I'd rather just, I'd rather just wait in the long queue as enhancement. It's just far more enjoyable, less stressful, and it's just, more appropriate for all my gear and such. Just, But I'm very curious. Let's see what the wait time is. 43 minutes. Oh, gosh. Now, if you queue up as a healer, 15 minutes. That's a half-hour difference. Gosh. I would rather just go as a DPS and have, like, I don't know, 5 other healers that are a mix of druids or mistweavers with us than a Resto Shaman. But hey, if there are other Resto Shamans, good for them. I'm sure there are other people that enjoy Resto Shamans more so than I do these days compared to other healing specs, but I'll figure out what to do when it comes to the LFR Wing 2. Whether I do the quick thing and get, I know that you get more rewards, you get extra Azurite, you get this satchel. I get it, and clearly they're wanting more healers to queue up for it, but man, I would be more inclined to do that if I was on my Druid or my Mistweaver. Anyways, stay tuned for Wing 2 of LFR version of Nyalotha, the Waking City. Stay tuned.